This meditation was created in support of an article I wrote about the rune Isa, which I wrote in its half month for 2011. The article looked at the idea of Isa as the rune of the ego, as the rune of inertia and resistance to change. And I wrote about the importance of recognizing that inertia and resistance within us are not things that need to be attacked. They are not things that we should take our big hammer to and try and smash down, because they represent fundamental parts of ourselves which are resisting change because the self is fearful perhaps of being destroyed in the process of transformation, of coming to a point where the self as it is at this present moment no longer recognises itself. Isa is a rune of strength. It holds the core identity intact. It lets us know who we are. And so when we are engaging in a process of change and transformation, when we're trying to burn away our old habits and our old beliefs and to create something new, the Isa rune comes along and reminds us that we need to retain that strength of identity, that we can't simply throw away everything about ourselves and try and create ourselves from scratch. Isa represents half of the two primal elements that go up to make all things within the northern tradition, ice and fire. And so we can see the process of self-transformation which we are trying to achieve as being a union of ice and fire, which means that there is always a resistance between ice and fire, one moving towards stability and strength, the other moving towards fluidity and change, and we need to retain that balance. And so this meditation is focusing on the idea of looking at these patterns of resistance within ourselves, looking at any obstacles that are coming up, looking at when we feel tired or weary, or even if we're motivated to change, we just don't seem to be able to do it, and recognising that that is the force of ice within ourselves, and that that force is an important force for us. It is a place of strength. It is the force of stability, which says we must retain a core sense of identity of all times. And so we can work with the Isa rune to say, I'm not going to attack myself. I'm not going to get angry at myself and beat myself up. I'm not going to take a sledgehammer to the ice and crack myself, because that does not help my creative process. It doesn't help the forces of ice and fire to come together. What I need to do is to accept myself. So we're working with the idea of self-acceptance, so that then the ice which resists, the ice which tries to push away the fire, allows that fire, that gentle warmth, to work slowly on the self, to work slowly on the ego, so that we're able to move forward, so that ice and fire are able to work properly together. And you can look at tales such as the Snow Queen, or tales of winter that holds on and wishes to hold everything stable and secure in a permanent state of winter. And we can recognise that within those old tales, the hero or heroine always succeeds by bringing the force of warmth and love and compassion into the realm of winter, into the realm of ice. Violence and anger don't work with ice. In a sense, they reinforce the ice. They reinforce that stubborn resistance, that inability to change. It's when we get angry at ourselves, when we get annoyed at ourselves, when we say, oh, I can't do anything, I'm useless, we're just reinforcing the ego's belief that it needs to hold us firm in the place where we are now, rather than allowing transformation to occur. So for this meditation, we're going to be working on the idea simply that I accept myself. And through that acceptance, we're saying I accept myself and I embrace myself. I embrace the ice, and through that embrace, I start to bring the gentle fire that is needed for that process of transformation to begin. But that will happen naturally through this self-acceptance, rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to take a blowtorch right now. The important thing is this process of acceptance and allowing change and transformation to flow once acceptance has occurred, once that ego, that ice self, that core identity, that core self has accepted that it is loved and that it is treasured and that it is valued. Only then will it allow that warmth to come in, so that the work that you need to do can start to bring forth the fruit that you're looking for. So I'd just like you to close your eyes, Focus your attention at this point on any places in your life that you feel that there is inertia, that you feel that there are obstacles, or you feel that there are difficulties for you in bringing about that change that you want to bring forward in your life, about bringing that transformation that you want to occur. And just see those obstacles. I just want you to say at this point, I accept myself as I am. I accept myself as I am. At this point, in this present moment, I am not demanding change. I am not angry at myself. Just at this present moment. Don't worry about what you're going to be doing in 5 minutes' time. Just in this present moment, I accept myself fully, and I recognise that these patterns of resistance play an important part in keeping me whole, in keeping me as a coherent and solid and stable person. So I recognise that the ego, that myself, that my core identity is playing an important part and is trying to protect me and keep me safe and keep me secure at this point. And just keep that in mind, the idea I accept myself, I accept myself. As you keep thinking on that mantra, I accept myself, just like you to be aware of your breath. And slowly I would like you to see a white mist beginning to form around you, slowly rising up and drawing down, filling the space around you, filling the space with white mist. And as it gathers around you, you feel that it is cold against your skin. It swirls around you. You feel yourself in a place that is cool, a place that is filled with white. And you allow this white mist to draw in, surrounding you. And now you can feel solid and stable beneath you, a white blanket of snow. And as you place one foot forward, you feel the crunch of that snow. And the cool white is as an icy mist all around you. And you can feel chill in the air, just starting to bite at your fingers and toes. It's making your nose cold as you breathe in icy air. And you know that this is the place of ice and the place of stability, a place where you hold yourself secure, where your identity is solid and stable. This is the place where your ego keeps your core identity safe. In this quiet place, through the mist, you can just make out a shadowy figure standing still and silent before you. And you know that this is the representation of your own ego at this time, the part of yourself that you need to accept at this point, the part of yourself that you need to reassure. Say, I accept myself, I love myself, I understand that this part of myself is strong, that they're doing an important job in holding me safe and secure, and I accept them just as they are at this point. So as you hear the Isa chant just in your own time, just go to this part of yourself and commune with them. Perhaps it is enough for you simply to look into each other's eyes, or perhaps you wish to speak with this part of yourself, to reassure them in person, to tell them that you love them in person. Just accept them exactly as they are. Perhaps they are a child or an animal or an object. Your ego can present itself to you in any way that is right at this time. Just commune with this important aspect of yourself, remembering, I accept myself, I accept myself. this time, say any further words that you wish to give to this part of yourself, to this representation of your ego. It may be at this point that you feel that you want to give a gift to this aspect of yourself. Perhaps they are ready for a small amount of that warmth or light. If this is the case, then hold out your hand. You'll see within it a crystal of pure light, cool, yes, but with a gentle golden light within it. You can hold out your hand and offer this to your ego self, asking them if they're willing to accept it as a token of your love and as a token of the trust that you have in them. If they don't want to accept it at this point, that's fine. You can just keep it, come back another day and see if they're ready. Perhaps they have a gift for you, or some final words that they wish to give to you. Now give your thanks to them. You notice now the cold all around you, the chill in the air, and you know that it's time for you to depart. You cannot stay here for too long. So you bid farewell to this ego self, and slowly you take a step backwards, feeling the crunch of the snow beneath your feet, and the white mist swirls around you, and you see within it tiny white snowflakes dancing, ready to settle back down upon the ground and return this place to stillness. So you take a step further back, allowing the white mist to enclose around you, knowing that you can return here when you wish to, but for now that white mist starts to lose the coolness. As you feel the warmth around you, you're aware of the warmth of your physical body. The snow is gone. You feel instead the solid ground beneath you. You're aware of your breath, of your presence within your own physical space. And slowly the white mist starts to clear, receding from the space around you, dispersing as you prepare yourself to come back to your physical space. You watch that white mist dissipate till it's completely gone, and wiggling your fingers and toes, and in your own time, opening your eyes.